Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to continue to review Beyonce's album with her fifth album called Self-Titled. Let's all flash back to 2013. The year's coming to a close. Pretty much no one's paying attention to the music scene because of the holiday season. Oh, what's that? Something is rumbling in the air. Beyonce just seemingly dropped an album out of nowhere. This changed the game for music because many artists will follow the formula of dropping an album without warning, without lead up or anticipation. Will this experiment work? Stay tuned to find out. Before we begin, if you want to see music bios or more good videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Also, I've started a Patreon account. On here you get more copyrighted material and they'll be uploaded 48 hours prior to YouTube. If you want to support or visit, link is in the description. And without further ado, on to our feature presentation. Album opener is a message song. The song shines a light on defining the definition of beauty. And while the video picks up on eater disorder elements, this is a power pop song that was written by Sia, and you could tell as she was a big part of the power pop era. Now if I had to nitpick, it's the feeling that I thought Beyonce already talked about this subject before. Also, I wouldn't have placed this as an album opener. It would have been better as an album closer. But as is, it accomplished the job. I'll give her that much. The next song is an odd song. It's basically two songs into one, and the first part being Ghost and the second part being Haunted. Let's start off with Ghost because that's where we hear first. And based on the song, she's been drinking that Andre 3000 juice with her spoken word flow. As Ghost highlights why she did this album anyway. She got bored with the stock standard album cycles of the time and she wanted to shake up the game. But she does get repetitive with the 9 to 5 just to stay alive part. Then we get to Haunted as the song that sounds like another future Renaissance track saying she is haunting you, but you must be haunting me. But I'll give Beyonce this. It sounds different than any other Beyonce song we've heard up to this point. And I do think it's fine, but for some reason, despite a runtime of 6 minutes and 9 seconds, nice, I feel like something's missing. But kudos to her trying something different. It's the most recognizable song on this album, and it's been a minute since we last got a duet from these two. Now this song is said to be a sequel to Bonnie and Clyde 03 or Crazy in Love, can't remember. But there are things that do work for this song, and there are things that don't work in this song. Beyonce does pretty fine vocally until she says the word surfboard, or in her case, surfboard. And Jay-Z, he's the biggest problem on here as he compares himself to infamous women beaters like Mike Tyson in '97 and Ike Turner on a song that features his wife. There's no denying the song's sexuality, but those problems overshadow the song. Below sounds like, yeah. And this isn't a bad song. Pharrell comes through with another Prince-influenced beat, and the song gives off roller rink vibes. Now the song then transitions to Cherry, which is produced by Timbaland, and let's just say I hope she's talking about milkshakes. I'll take this on production, but not much. Okay, this sounds like an old school Beyonce song, but I don't know, I have a feeling that this should have been better than what it is. As Beyonce saying she nor her lover are perfect, but the problem is that Beyonce comes off as kinda checked out. Thus, this sexual jam comes off as boring. And that's sad because this had potential to be better than what it was. Another recognizable song here, but I never heard the part 1 of the song, which is called Beyonce, which is nothing more of a Beyonce self-rap. And she sounds pretty good, especially when she says she got sick when she sneezed and the beat got sicker. But it gets repetitive towards the end with Beyonce all on his mouth like liquor. Then the actual song Partition kicks in, which is nothing more than a limousine sex jam where they're having sex Monica Lewinsky style. Now, call me an idiot, but I thought Jay-Z was featured on this song, but I guess he's not. All in all, this is not a bad song for a sex jam, but it's not gripping me in the way it should. Let me ask you this question. This is where Beyonce got her ideas for Renaissance, but anyway, I don't really have much to say about this one either. Beyonce is dealing with another unloyal partner who isn't coming home to Beyonce, and by the time the second verse comes, she goes out partying, reconnecting with her ex, making her current lover jealous. But there isn't any proof that he's out doing any infidelity. He's just not coming home. And that's what soured me on this. Cause in the end, she's jealous of him just going out. In other words, I don't think this is a good song. Didn't know this, but Miguel and Justin Timberlake wrote this. And here we have a song that's D'Angelo influenced, and thus you know it's gonna be good. And it is. It has a very old school feel. As a song, Beyonce sounds very sultry, and it's nothing more than another sex jam that could get you in the mood. But if I had to nitpick, that is the song is way too long. But again, I still think it's a highlight for me. Go back and listen to it. This one had a lot of potential. In the beginning, Beyonce opens up about postpartum depression after becoming a mother. She also struggles about her new role with motherhood and marriage. That's a nice touch until the song flips, beat switch is inserted, and Drake shows up. His vocal comes in distorted, and he raps about B being a good girl, and it's very repetitive. If this would have been just a personal song about Beyonce's struggles alone, this would have been a fan favorite and a favorite of mine. But because Drake had to weasel his way in, it ended up being a song that should have been better. This song has a lot of pop elements thanks to Ryan Tedder, who I could hear singing in the background. And the song talks about love. It could be aimed at Jay-Z, but also her fans. It could serve as a thank you to the fans who stuck with her since day one. But I think the production isn't all that great here, and most of it is due to it being a pure pop song. It's also very percussion heavy in this song. As is, not a bad song, but it's one you could do without. So I say take it or leave it. Here we have another Beyonce feminist track, but this song's kinda all over the place. The first half is Bow Down, where Beyonce is flexing about her career, respect the crown, and bow down. And from what I was told, the original Bow Down took aim at her fellow R&B rival women. But in the middle of the track, we get a TED Talk from Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, hope I said that name right, who's an author and feminist writer, and she's basically telling the ladies not to cave in to expectations the mainstream will give you, thus bringing us to Flawless, where she woke up like this, and how she looks good tonight, uplifting herself again. And the big problem I had with this is that I'm not sure what it's trying to accomplish. Is she trying to uplift the ladies or uplift herself? It's not bad. I love Beyonce's aggressiveness in this song, and this just might be me trying to overanalyze something that didn't need overanalyzing in the first place. That's all. From writing for Beyonce to being featured on a song with Beyonce, and Anne Pharrell on production, and what do you get? Well, you get a slow burn song where she and Frankie shine a light on the power of love and how it could be a superpower together. I do feel like Frank Ocean was underused on the song. You couldn't give him a verse. But at least I get what the song is doing, and Beyonce and Frankie have good chemistry, so I'll take it. A piano-driven ballad as the song talks about missing a loved one, and according to Beyonce, this was aimed towards Tina Knowles as she just lost a friend during that time. But I don't like the drums here. It should have been just a piano-driven song. And for an album that's been about sex, women empowerment, this kind of fell out of place, but standalone, this is a good if not great song with good intentions. Don't have any issues with this one, as does the final song on the album, a song dedicated to her firstborn in Blue Ivy Carter. The song is just a ballad of Beyonce showcasing her love for her daughter. I think the song is very similar to Daddy from Dangerously in Love, but in the end, Little Blue is talking, trying to say Beyonce and asking for her father Jay-Z. It's cute, but Beyonce delivers an emotional performance where it's saying it's nothing but positive when it comes to motherhood. And given the sentiments, I don't have any major issues with this one. And that concludes this album review. Oh boy, this album was all over the place. A sex jam one moment and a sentimental one the next. I get what Beyonce was trying to do with the surprise album, but the album itself, I was struggling to figure out what she was truly trying to accomplish with this project. 6 out of 10 ranking here. I don't think all the songs are bad, but majority of the songs rank middle of the pack when it comes to her best. Now her next album is regarded as one of her best, in Lemonade. And that concludes the Beyonce review. Tell me what y'all think in the comments below. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.